Coming up next, search for answers or deadly infects killed 3 babies in central PA.
Plus, the first vaping-related death in Pennsylvania and what's next.
Definitely scary, and I feel people don't take it as seriously as they should.
And Ryan McLaughlin joins us live from Beaver Stadium to discuss the fallout from a shocking letter sent to a Penn State football club. The Center County Road starts now. Good afternoon. I'm Tom Johnston.
And I'm Katie Park. Thanks for joining us. Experts say it could take weeks to track down the source of bacterial infections that 3 babies at a central Pennsylvania hospital. A total of 8 infants were infected at Geis Medical Center's neonatal ICU in Danville. Since then, the hospital has been sending 3 premature babies and some pregnant mothers to other hospitals while they investigate. Officials are working with state and federal health experts to make sure the bacteria is gone. So far, they say it looks like it was brought in from outside the unit because water supply service tests negative.
The number of vaping-related deaths is now to at least 26, according to federal health experts that include the first death here in Pennsylvania. Reporter Megan Drakis takes a closer look at the problem.
The current number of deaths associated with vaping is 26. That's up from 18 just last week, according to the CDC. Penn State senior who wishes to remain anonymous. She uses THC cartridges, currently legal in Pennsylvania. She knows the dangers.
I've been trying to lean away from using them. It definitely has been scary hearing about what happens to people who smoke them frequently.
So these products should be regarded as potentially lethal and should be completely avoided by everyone. Nobody should be vaping a THC product.
Jonathan Folds, professor of public sciences and psychiatry in Penn State College of Medicine, says these lung problems are come from vaping marijuana or counterfeit THC products. The popularity of vaping and e-cigarettes skyrocketed the past few years. These devices work by heating a liquid and producing an aerosol that users breathe in.
There's been tons of devices on the market like these, all considered vapes. But vapes in particular can THC cards, which the CDC said has contributed to the high number of hospitalizations.
According to Health Hemp Oil, an online retailer, the liquid in these pods come from the cannabis family. CBD oil is legal in all states and contains 0.3% or less of THC, the ingredient that makes people high. THC oil created from marijuana has a THC content of 10% more. These types of carts bought legally in states which have legalized or from the illegal vape market.
You really shouldn't be putting anything into your lungs other than fresh air.
It's definitely scary, and I feel like people don't take it as serious as they should. I mean, I definitely don't, but it does freak me out.
Reporting in State College, I'm Megan Drakis for the Center County Report.
The CDC says people should stop vaping right away while they investigate. If you vape and have shortness of breath, chest pains, cough, and or fever, you should get medical help right away.
More than $7 billion is on the way to Penn State University to help in the fight against a dangerous pest. Target is the spotted lanternfly, a bug that threatens Pennsylvania's multi-billion agriculture, wood, and nursery industries. Penn State just received $7.3 million grant from the U.S. Department of Agriculture to research to fight the insect. It's now in 14 Pennsylvania counties.
A new judge is set to take over the handling of the child sex abuse resentencing hearing for Jerry Sandusky. This week, the state Supreme Court of Judge Martin Scott to resent the former Penn State assistant football coach. Previous judge recused himself from the case last month. Sandusky is serving a 30 to 60-year sentence, but an appeals court ruled mandatory minimums had been improperly applied to the case.
A controversial letter to a Penn State football player has drawn some strong reaction nationwide and on the University Park campus. Many say the letter was racist. Reporter Brian McLaughlin is at the Beaver Stadium with the uproar and how people are reacting. Brian?
Hi, Katie. We're here live at Beaver Stadium, where this team has faced a ton of adversity this week. Their team captains gave a no. Check out how the team acted. John Sutherland is a Penn State team captain and a Dean's List student. You can easily spot him on there thanks to his energy and big hits. His long dreadlocks hanging about halfway down his back also will give him away.
Black, white, brown, Catholic, Jewish, or Muslim. Rich or poor, rural or urban, Republican or Democrat. Long hair, short hair, no hair. We're all in that locker room together.
Penn State fan and alum Dave Peterson noticed Sutherland's dreadlocks and mailed him a letter recently saying how he felt about it. Peterson described Sutherland's hair in the note as awful, as hair looks disgusting and certainly not attractive. Social media after teammate Antonio Shelton tweeted out a letter, and many fans condemned the message as racist. Head coach James Franklin addressed the letter at his Tuesday news conference and noted how much his players, including Sutherland, mean to him.
This is my football. This is the game that I love, and most importantly, my ears that I love and will defend like suns.
Shelton's tweet went with current former Penn State players like offensive tackle Will Fries defending Sutherland.
He's really the gold standard character in our locker room. You know, he's an outstanding not only player but just human being generally.
Sutherland responded to the letter with a statement on Twitter and said while the message was rude and ignorant, it's no personal offense. Penn State released us on Twitter saying that the message does not align with university values, and that they condemn the message and all messages of intolerance. James Franklin is happy with how his team has dealt with the situation. However, he's hoping that they are focused on their game tomorrow against Iowa. Live at Beaver Stadium, I'm Brian McLaughlin, the Center County Report.
New up could be coming, and even a new building for Bellefonte School District. The school board this authorized contract negotiation with architects to build a new elementary school or renovate existing ones. The new school could cost up to $24 million, and renovations would be about $5 million. Fiona Dager has more.
The elementary schools in Bellefonte are seen as community marks to some, outdated safety concerns to others. Alicia Allen is a parent, Benner Elementary, one of the schools in the district.
I mean, the building is older. There's no air conditioning.
The need for renovations prompted the district to make plans for some big improvements. There are two choices on the table for the board: renovate each school in the district individually, or merge them into one. Benner, Pleasant Gap, Marion Walker elementary schools could potentially merge into one brand new building, cost up to $24 million. Parents like Alicia are not very happy about that idea.
I would rather see them individually renovated. There's a very personal family community in Benner Elementary. I would rather see a renovate, keep that community than I would a giant school.
According to a 2017 feasibility study, Bellefonte Elementary needs the most work and has the costliest renovations out of all 4 schools in the district.
This building is where Bellefonte Elementary students spend every school day. It was built in 1942, which is nearly 70 years before most of the students were even been born.
The school board approved a contract with McKissick Architects, but the final project plan has not been decided.
We know it's been a long-term project and they've got to be fiscally responsible, which they haven't been recently.
The district website says if they do decide on a new building, it would be built behind Bellefonte High School year 2023. Reporting in Bellefonte, I'm Fiona Dager for this county report.
If you'd like to get input on the school's project, you can visit Bellefonte School District's website and fill out a survey.
Lots of sunshine today, but is rain on the way this weekend? We have the 7-day forecast coming up.
Plus, the classroom of the future may already be here. We'll take you on Penn State's campus. Also coming up, a unique culinary experience in our area for special adults. What they're doing, and why making a positive difference in the community.
I'm kind of new here,
but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. But it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but she's putting them in the basket again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Most party fouls are dumb. But if you decide to drink drive underage, you could lose your license and you're free. Underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
You're doing great. We're gonna try this again, okay? Wheels, pedals, handlebars, sit up straight, keep your weight in the center, keep your on the road, hands on the grips, button the seat. If it's falling, what do we do?
Just
pedaling. Good girl. Remember, it's all about balancing steering. Steer with your hands and your body. Steer into the corners and you step on the bells, your buddy. So go ahead and ding. All right, ready? Here we go. Oh, honey, pedal. You're a bike rider.
Most parenting is hard to do 2 minutes. But it's twice a day, making sure they brush is easier. And it could help them from a lifetime of tooth.
A local culinary group is giving adults with intellectual disabilities a chance to work in the restaurant business and sharpen their skills. Steven Svitko has the story.
Sarah Pelchar is one of the workers at Taproot Kitchen in State College. She's been cooking, making different dishes, and says it.
They did teach us knife skills and pie skills and stuff. So I did use my knife skills.
Taproot is an organization that gives adult autism and intellectual disabilities important workplace and life skills. It combines their passion with a kitchen environment and fresh food from local farms. Sharon Schaefer are the founders and has special needs child herself.
But the next task for our culture really reach its highest standards is to them included in daily life and community life and in jobs.
Over the past 5 years, Taproot has grown from cooking classes to a catering company delivering food to events across Seneca County.
They have the opportunity to really master some skills here and do it in a really fun, meaningful way, because actually serving the food community.
Schaefer says a new government initiative called Employment First gives more people the opportunity to join organizations like this. Another is the Good Day Cafe in downtown State College, which provides adults with similar disabilities the same kind of work environment. Schaefer says with the help of numerous volunteers, he expects Taproot to continue giving food to the community and to have fun while doing it.
So my good buddy Alex said he loves doing activity, how much brings him and how much fun he's working together with us and the team. So Alex, you got more cookies before we put in the...
In Grays Woods, I'm Steven Svitko for the Seneca County Report.
Taproot Kitchen will host a community event on December 5th at its location, 318 South Atherton Street in State College.
A new experimental classroom is being tested at Penn State. The room uses innovative to help students learn how to make a smart classroom work for them. Carlos Flores checks out.
Most students will call this classroom a traditional classroom they would experience here in college. But what if I said right across the hall is the future classrooms and how students will learn for years to come? Let's check it out.
At the Agricultural Sciences and Industries Building in room 110, PAID is testing a new experimental classroom. Classroom focuses more on students working in groups and use the interactive technology. Crystal Ramsey helped create BASE. She liked what's happened in other experimental classrooms on campus and wanted to apply to the ag school and make it bigger.
When we opened the new space in ASI 110, we said this is a great opportunity for us to explore deeply this whole of writable surfaces.
Professor Tim Kells, who's teaching in the space this year, has been able to take advantage of the opportunities the room is able to provide.
I really like the flexibility of the classroom, that the table move, the chairs move. It's set up to easily make a lecture as a large group, and then also to be able to kind of break student small teams and have dedicated space for them to work on.
Not only does Kelsey see potential for this type of class on campus, but he sees how it can help prepare students for the workforce.
I think the experience of students being in this room helps give them that experience of how to work in small teams and how to flexibly change from large group to small group and share. So I think classroom does help students those skills.
For the Center County Report, I'm Carlos Flores.
There are currently only two of these classrooms on campus. They're well received and can produce results. More will be in the works for the future.
Good afternoon, I'm meteorologist Matt Garasavic. Looking live right now, the mountains in Johnstown. I did see some valley fog there this morning, but that has since moved on as temperature has risen to about 60 degrees at this hour. Right now, 55 State College and 61 down in Johnstown. As we take a little bit of a wider view, Erie on the Lake City, a little bit warmer up at 72, 68 in Pittsburgh, and our friend in Philadelphia already at 66 at this hour. Now, if you take a look at satellite and radar, there's nothing on it, and that is going to be a great day around the entire state. Just a few high clouds are present. The system that we are watching is up here in northern Plains, northern Minnesota. Spinning up this is a band of some moderate to heavy snow. They've seen between 2 and 3 feet of snow in portions of North Dakota. Then we're going to have this cold front that will be coming to the area later tomorrow afternoon, and that will bring temperatures back down into the 50s. So if we take a wider look here, our cold front you can see it here painted on a map. You can see the blue temperatures are the chillier temperatures, 32 back in Denver, 28 up in Bismarck. And as we look at the East Coast here, we're sitting at 70 in Roanoke and even 84 down in Tampa. So that cold front, all the difference right now, and that will slowly move our way, but temperatures won't drop that far just yet. In all, we could see rain popping up on our future radar here about 10 o'clock tomorrow morning in western parts of the state. Our cold front just behind it. So if we advance this in time, we can see the line really breaks up, but we are looking for a few scattered showers around most of the state throughout the day tomorrow. And as evening progresses, see those clouds and showers out of the area. And Sunday looking like an absolutely beautiful day to get outside and enjoy that last weekend. Today, though, 67 degrees, most sunny, just a light north wind. Tomorrow, this evening, we'll get down into 45. We may see a patchy valley fog there tomorrow morning with those calm winds letting that really set into the valleys. Then tomorrow, we get up to 3 degrees before that front moves through. Showers around, though, as that cold front does advance. A look at our today forecast. It's not too bad. We do have the hours there on Saturday, but as I mentioned, Sunday looking absolutely beautiful, 61 degrees there. And then another great day on Monday for the start of your work week. And as we advance a little bit to the middle of next week, we are seeing maybe the chance another weak cold move through there Tuesday night into Wednesday, and that will another chance for showers.
There's looking beautiful for Sunday.
Yes, it's looking absolutely beautiful Sunday and even into on Monday.
Penn State football's on the road. Here's Craig Gary with sports.
Next in sports, we'll give you a preview as the Nittany Lions hit the road to take on the Hawkeyes at Kinnick Stadium. Also coming up from Coach Pat Chamber about the new mentalities in for Penn State men's basketball.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd. We're doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd love you. Come on, Todd. Come on, Ann.
Hi, I'm Peter. There's nothing I love than sharing vegetables with my friends. Come on in, help yourself to anything. That's why we give our food the utmost respect it deserves. Did you know there are steps we can all take to have food? You can cook it, store it, even share it. don't waste it. Because when it comes to food, they're better ate than. To learn more, visit SaveTheFood.com.
This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Remember that to love America is to love all America. Love has no labels.
So I'm kind of new here. Noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in a basket by the door. Like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
So you see, son, good manners are important. Should I go through it again? Yes, please.
Yes.
Exactly. Always say, please, you're welcome. Excuse me. Sit up, doors open for ladies. The door's locked first. Don't burp. Don't swear. Don't stare. Bad language. You talk with your mouth. Elbows off the table.
What table?
Interrupt. Cover your mouth when you cough. Sneeze on the bus. Keep your seat up there. Anybody trouble standing? Bottom line, treat others the way you want to be treated. Got it?
Got
it. Good talk.
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of pain.
I'm Courtney Diary with sports. Jumping into the top 10 of the AP poll this week, Penn State football is back on the road facing number 17 in Iowa tomorrow night at Kinnick Stadium. The Nittany Lions are down both heroes from the 2017's last-second win in Iowa City. Caught up with the team to see Sean Clifford is preparing. With a 5-0 record on their season so far, Penn State quarterback Sean Clifford has stepped up big time after the graduation of Trace McGorley and transfer of Tommy Stevens. Every week, Coach James Franklin mentions the improvement in Clifford's leadership of the team and is confident this week in his abilities going into the challenging environment of Kinnick Stadium.
He's wired like you want a quarterback to be wired. His time in our program has been valuable in our staff and with previous quarterbacks.
In 2017, when Penn last traveled to Iowa, the game came down to the last seconds.
Final play of the game with 4 seconds left.
Fourth and goal, 7-yard line. McSorley zipped a pass through the defense, connecting with Jawan Johnson in the end zone as the clock ran out.
Obviously, we don't want to keep it like that, but we've prepared really this week. I think that this week best week of preparation of this season.
As a freshman at the time, Clifford had a front row seat to the end of that last drive and remembers what being there was like.
So I do know the environment. I'm excited to go back there. I remember when I was there, I specifically remember I had a great warm up my freshman year. So, I'm just trying to translate into this Saturday.
Now that Clifford's gotten into the rhythm of the season, he's comfortable in McSorley's shoes. He knows what he needs to do in order to be successful in Iowa City, specifically mentioning honing his footwork.
The deeper the throw, your footwork has to be more crisp. And then also, once you step inside the red, that's what works got to be the best.
I was coming into this game 4-1 after their first loss last week. Kids at 7:30, you can live on Penn State.com radio. The XFL is back. The draft will be held next Tuesday and Wednesday, and several former players, Penn State players, could play a role in this new league. Commissioner Oliver Luck's Tampa Bay, Seattle, LA, Houston, St. Louis, New York, Washington, D.C., and Dallas as the 8 city teams. Former Staters Brandon Bell and Chaz Wright, along with 4 NFL alumni and members of the short-lived AF, are in the draft pool. But when asked if the league can survive, John Affleck, the Knight Chair of Sports Journalism and Society at Penn State, his answer.
No. The NFL is too big. The money involved over time. The problem is if you can continue to get investors over time and make the investment, maybe. But I think that patience is a hard thing.
The new XFL is scheduled to kick off in 2020. Now over to some high school ball. The State Lions hope to keep rolling and stretch their undefeated season to 8 games as they hit the field tonight. Coach Match Linthal team have a key home game against Central Dauphin, which is also unbeaten in conference play and 5-2 overall. The winner of tonight's matchup will claim the top spot outright in the Mid-Penn Conference. Kickoff is at 7. Penn men's hockey officially opens the season with two games against Sacred Heart University. In an action game last Sunday, State beat Ottawa 5-0. Evan scored twice for the Nittany Lions. Last season, Penn State just missed playing in the NCAA tournament after losing in the Big Ten Championship to Notre Dame. Puck drop tonight is at 7 o'clock. Basketball season almost here, and this Penn State men's basketball's annual media day. Reporter Zach Kaplan checked the team's mentality as they try to make their first NCAA tournament since 2011.
As Pat Chambers and his team prepare for the upcoming season, one phrase continued to stick out at Monday's media day.
Mom mentality.
Chambers echoed the mindset of Philadelphia native Kobe Bryant as he watched Team All Big Ten senior Lamar Jackson to adopt the role who can bring the rest of the team to his level.
Mama didn't show up once in a while. He showed every single day. I mean, he was talking about struggle in practice. If you're not struggling in practice, then you're not getting better. You're not preparing yourself for games. So it's every single day being consistent with your effort, with your energy, with your leadership.
The Nittany Lions have to develop better consistency after dropping their 10 conference games last season to a rival Sethi from the Philly powerhouse Catholic hopes to get the Lions over the hump.
Definitely a day in day out thing. I watched a lot of the interviews and his mentality, it's like he was different, even another level of himself.
Monday has drawn early comparisons to Stevens as the pair played together in high school. Stevens had his own thoughts on what having the mentality means to him.
Something that is made a thing. Once we have that mentality, that killer mentality, that dominant mentality in every drill and practice, anything we do. And I think it's good for me and the team because it's no telling. You can always get better.
Both Chambers and Stevens want the team to continue developing. They want to gain consideration among the Big Ten's best. At University Park, I'm Zach Kaplan, Center County Report.
Penn State hosts a scrimmage against Delaware October 27th. Proceeds benefiting the for Disaster Relief Charity. Their first regular season game is November 5th against Maryland Eastern Shore. That's all I have for sports. Now back to you guys at your desk.
Thanks, Courtney. Coming up next, a week after Penn State's homecoming celebration, State High had a parade of it last night. A Phil tradition. Take up next.
Calls me googly eyes.
You know you're beautiful, right? You know that?
You are beautiful. I got bullied for wearing glasses. Share if you're against me.
We put it out there, just took off. 3 million people have shared this post. Don't let bullies get you down. I stand with you. My whole family's wearing glasses. I wear glasses and I'm proud.
I have the army team.
All kind common sense and brought my joy. I don't feel like you is enough.
Families and children flooded the streets as they watched floats and the band go by last night's State High School's homecoming. The parade started at the high school, made it along Westerly Park, Spark Street, and Fairmount Avenue. The high school had a variety of different student organizations that participated, including the band, cheerleaders, and basketball team, and the football team. To finish this week's homecoming festivities, the Little Lions will play their annual homecoming tonight at the South Rack Field.
That's all for today's newscast. You can find more of our stories on our website, centercountyreport.com.
And you can follow us anytime for breaking news on our Twitter feed. That's at Center County REP, or on our Facebook page. We also have a Center County Report Instagram. Join us for our next newscast on Tuesday. Have a good weekend.